Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is AI the Somnium Files. We are still on our journey past all our friends and we have 3 more locations still left to go. So let's go to the second residence. Second residence.
Iris, didn't you say you were going to see everyone who visited you at the hospital today?
Yes, Mom. I still have some people to see. But Uncle really wanted to come here.
I said no such thing.
Come on, don't be shy. There are a lot of things you want to talk about, right? Come on, just do it.
But I'm not ready. Of course I want to talk to Hitomi. I want to ask her all about what's happened the past 6 years. But that's not for me to ask. Even showing up here like this isn't right, honestly.
Uncle, you're so shy.
Iris is teasing me. Maybe I could use that sometimes. She can help me loosen up some of my, let's just say, rusted screws. Iris and Hitomi are sitting on the sofa. It's a kitchen counter. There's a door in the back of the room.
Iris, remember 6 years ago when you put raw eggs in there and they exploded?
I can't believe you remember that.
A microwave. A refrigerator. It's where the Okonomiyaki War happened. There's little dishes. A bookshelf. It doesn't seem like there are any books, but there are books hidden behind the covered parts. I know all about that. The lights are turned off. A bookshelf by the wall. A wooden shelf. There's a calendar and a strange object on the shelf. It's a shoebox.
You don't change. I caught you 6 years ago doing the same thing.
Ah, you saw that.
Ah, so he's a sniffer. We don't judge here. It's a shoebox. It has a nostalgic smell. It's the front door. Alright, is there a way for us to go all the way to the other side? Probably.
Are the flowers still blooming?
Yes, they haven't withered at all. Maybe it's a miracle.
Maybe she just changed the flowers and we don't know. A cushion. Nostalgic. You can see trees and sky outside. There are some elementary workbooks on the table. But looking closely, one in the middle is different. Introduction to Tax Evasion. I think that one is Date. A coffee table. Steam is rising from the tea.
Hot, 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 hot.
You said the same thing 6 years ago.
And probably from my ears as well. A speaker system. A small speaker system. I'll shorten it. That's not how you shorten a speaker system, come on. A plant is a speaker system. It's Iris smiling happily. Talk to her.
Who cares about me? Talk to her. That's what you came for, right?
Alright, let's see what she has to say. How have things been?
Things have calmed down, thanks to you. The school has changed, but being a teacher hasn't.
About Monica and Renju.
They were my best friends. We would always go to this little coffee shop after school. They had this old game machine there, It looked like a table, and it was about shooting invading aliens or something like that. We talked about all sorts of things sitting there. Our love lives, our potential careers, things we didn't like about our teachers. It was their idea that I become a teacher, you know? They told me that teaching elementary suited me perfectly. Those were such fun times.
And how about Iris's recovery?
Thank you. This is all thanks to you, Falco.
No, I didn't do anything. Also, that name.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Date. I'm grateful from the bottom of my heart.
About your right arm. I can't ask her that. I was the one who did that to her.
No! Stop!
I was silent, but she must have noticed it by my face.
If this is about my arm, don't worry about that. You tried to defend me. I know that.
He told me and Iris knew everything that's happened so far.
You're too nice, Mom. I will never forgive you. You have to take responsibility.
Iris.
No, let me talk. Uncle will be your right arm. That's how he can make it up to you. Maybe not now. It might take some time, but I'll be waiting. One day Uncle will stand on Mom's right side, and we can go wherever we want. The three of us. To the ocean, a river, an amusement park, barbecues, and we can make okonomiyaki.
Where's that hot plate I bought?
On the shelf.
And I'm gonna need a raincoat.
Hey, that's cheating!
You're planning on being covered in flour?
Of course, that's why it's fun.
Oh, I so much want a scene of that in the game. 6 years ago, I was an assassin. Nothing I can do will make those crimes disappear. But if I protect them, make sure they're always smiling for the rest of my days, I figured that might be enough to outweigh my sins. Well, and the fact that you're a cop trying to imprison all wrongdoings. You told me sitting on the sofa. Alright, guess that's it for here. Really nice and sweet. Let's go to Shijima. Shijima residence. I left Iris in the car. I figured that she didn't want to see him. I parked the car a little ways down. She doesn't know that I'm here.
I see your face has improved. This one doesn't make me so angry.
Because it's not his son's face, I guess. I don't know who told him, but he must have known about the switch.
What did you come here for?
I want to ask you something.
Alright, let's look at the rest first. A pond. There's a small island in the center of the pond. No talk from the merman? A garden lantern. A tree. A stone. A garden lantern. The Shijima residence. Oh, well, no matter what happens, he can be lucky that he hasn't been turned into a, let's just say, a vase full of bodily meat. A topiary. There's an arc-shaped stone bridge over the pond. So is feeding the carp, as if nothing happened. Why are you here?
That's a strange question to ask a man in his own home.
I just thought prison would suit you better.
Don't you know the law? No one can touch me.
Even though we both know you committed a crime.
Indeed. 18 years ago. And I was not the one who killed Monica Iwai. That was my son, Saito.
But you hired the Kumakuras to hide the body.
The statute of limitations for improper handling of a corpse is 3 years. I did what I did to protect my son. I hardly think that is a sin. Are you familiar with Article 105 of the Penal Code? Relatives of those who have committed crimes cannot be prosecuted for evidence tampering or obstruction of justice.
That's ridiculous.
And of course he knows the law. It's the best way to avoid it if you know how it works.
I agree. If I were still a congressman, I might think about changing it.
That's right. You're not a politician anymore. The media has already begun tearing you to pieces.
Yes. Soon I won't be able to live in this country anymore. I'll retire to an island somewhere and live the rest of my days in leisure.
Be careful, so. There are a lot of people out there who have a grudge against you. People who will follow you to the ends of the earth.
That's none of your concern.
Well, unless he's one of them.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Basically. Oh, no, he has a lot more questions. Did you ever meet number 89?
By the way, did you ever meet number 89?
No, I didn't.
Did you ever see his face?
No. Why?
No reason.
Why did you call Shoko's phone? Three months ago, 9:02 p.m., on the Friday, Shoko's body was found. So called her burner phone. I asked him why. Is he finally gonna give us an answer?
Do you recall the conversation we had? That my secretary got a call from number 89? That is true. I did get that call.
I know. You spoke with number 89, didn't you?
I did.
What did you talk about?
He told me this. A woman named Shoko Nadami knows what happened 18 years ago. Contact her.
And you called her phone?
Yes.
So why did 89 want you to contact Shoko?
I can't say exactly. The only thing he said was, I realized everything when Shoko arrived. I have to see her again. I had no idea what he was talking about.
At the time, Rowan was inside the body of 89. Maybe Rowan realized it when Shoko came to visit the prison. That it was really Saito inside Shoko's body. That's what he meant by realizing everything. Rowan used to speak with Saito again, but he couldn't, not from inside Fuku prison. Instead, he called up So and had him do it. Maybe he thought he could get Saito to visit again. About the chemical plant 8 years ago.
I've been studying for the past 3 months. I've learned a lot about the explosion of the chemical plant in Kawasaki. It was caused by you and Rohan, the chairman of the Kumakuras at the time.
As you know, my son Saito was abnormal, with all of the awful things that my son did. I used my money to cover it up, but that got increasingly expensive, you see. One day, 9 years ago, Saito called me.
Dad, I thought of a plan. A foolproof plan to make us rich.
The chemical plant explosion plan. To help ensure that the casino in Kawasaki would be extraordinarily profitable.
It was Saito's idea.
True. My son was born with an abnormal mind. But if I had never been involved with Monica in the first place, perhaps he wouldn't have ended up losing control completely.
Well, considering his nature and the fact that he didn't take any medicine against it, it might have taken a longer time, but I'm pretty sure he would have gone off the deep end eventually.
soon as he drove his knife into Monica, something awakened in him. In the end, that's what led to his destructive, violent plan.
You sound like you're blaming yourself.
Perhaps.
Well, it is understandable for blaming himself. It was his son. He could have thought, if I helped him sooner, if I did something different, maybe he wouldn't turn out this way. I think that's the fate all parents have when it comes to their children. Just the sheer hope of raising them right. But yeah, why didn't you look for Saito 6 years ago? 6 years ago, my mind was implanted into the body of Saito. I lost my memory and ended up wandering the streets until boss found me. She hired me at Abyss and gave me the name Kaname Date. But so, Saito's father never even put out a missing persons report on his son. Why?
Because of the woman you call boss. 6 years ago, she came to me and explained the whole thing.
You know about the Cyclops serial killings? The culprit is your son, Saito Sejima. But you already knew that, didn't you?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying we should make a deal. You give me one thing, and I promise none of this will be released to the public.
What is it?
Leave Saito with us. Tell anyone who asks that Saito is soul-searching on a trip around the world or something. Do we have a deal?
I didn't have much of a choice, of course. If I refused, Saito's crimes would be exposed and my political career would be over. Besides, I never held much love for him in the first place. She was practically doing me a favor. So, of course, I said yes. And in doing so, I was able to learn a secret of the Metropolitan Police Department. It worked quite nicely for me.
Yes, so every now and then he could blackmail them into, let's just say, submission. Let's leave.
Well, I'll be seeing you, so.
I very much doubt that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because the next time you see me, it will be the last time you see me. Okay, we parted without saying goodbye.
Oh, damn. I left Iris waiting. She might be angry. I gotta get back to her soon.
Where should we go next? Well, we have only one place left, and that is Abyss headquarters. Police headquarters.
I'm glad you finally got out of that hospital.
Alright, so I was mistaken. Ah well.
Thanks, boss.
Yeah, I must have been mixing up a couple of different timelines together, cause the last episode you were like going back and forth over two different branches. Yeah, I must have mixed it up that the boss was killed in this one, but probably in the other one, the green line. My mistake. And I'm glad I made that mistake, cause who would lose the boss over this? Look at that, he's amazing. Especially since now we have to look through this entire room with all these items. So let's start by looking around. It's a Tanuki statue.
Pon poco pon!
Pon poco pon!
Pon poco pon!
Pon poco pon!
Would you two cut it out?
It's a Tanuki statue. Boss's friend Mario.
I hate being in their Nile group chat. I'm not even that close with them.
Boss's friend Mario. A soccer ball.
Hey Iris, Date was a soccer ball in his past life. That's why he enjoys getting kicked around by me.
I don't enjoy it.
Oh yes you do. It's a volleyball.
Volleyball. Volley reminds me of valley, like cleavage. And of course, ball is self-explanatory. Isn't it kind of dirty?
No, it isn't. There's nothing dirty about volleyball.
Don't get mad at me.
There's nothing AO about volleyball.
It's a volleyball. Well, and boss has the reputation to make everything sound dirty. An RC car.
That RC car kind of reminds me of Date's car. Hey, Iris.
Yeah?
What's the deal with you and Date? You still into him?
No.
Well, thank you both for shattering those dreams. An RC car. Shelves. Bags hanging on a rack. Filled with colorful devices that vibrate. Ma's tombstone. Who's Ma? There are wine bottles lined up.
Hey, boss. Didn't you say that once this case was settled, you were gonna open up that bottle for me?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
Why are you lying about this?
Because I don't want anyone to drink my wine. That wine is mine. Bottom line.
You can't get out of your promise with a rhyme.
There's a wine bottles lined up. A cabinet. More shelves. The entrance. It's a large key. A matryoshka.
Iris, would you like to have a matryoshka of your own?
Oh, sorry, no. We're not allowed to have pets at the house.
What?
What do you think a matryoshka is?
Probably some kind of dog. Boss's
Hey,
chair.
boss, can I sit in your chair?
No, it's my chair.
Boss's chair. A flag with big catch on it.
Where did you get that?
Oh, you haven't heard? Starting next year, that's going to be the official flag of Japan.
Wow, really?
Yeah, really? A soba resident door curtain. A pumpkin carved like a jack-o'-lantern.
That's my jack-o'-lantern.
What if his name was Bill?
Willow lantern? Happy birthday.
Is it your birthday?
No, that's been in here forever.
Every day is like my birthday.
Wow, then you must be really old.
Oh, snap. Oh, hurt her really deep.
I'm gonna take that down.
It'll be amazing if we have one more scene in here and that sign is gone. A happy birthday banner decoration. An electronic dart game.
Cheer me on, okay? Here I go. 1, 2, 3. Throw!
An electronic darts game. A snowboard. A poster. A boy band.
Oh, those guys are gonna transfer to Lemniscate next spring.
Really?
Yeah?
Iris, my best friend. Have I ever told you that you're like a sister to me? Do you want anything? I'll buy you anything you want.
What are you plotting?
Well, I think she wants to have some me time with the boy band. A map on the wall. A public bath door curtain.
You still haven't taken down your Christmas tree?
Haven't you heard the old saying? If you take down your Christmas tree early, you won't become a bride until late.
That's not an old saying. That doesn't even make sense.
And I believe she hasn't even removed the tree for years.
Aw.
There's a lot of stuff hanging on a coat hanger. There's a pendant adorning the wall. Mysterious mask.
Kuranushi. Poor Grandpa Kuranushi.
Boss's mental health is still in question. A mysterious mask on the other side of the wall.
Can I wear that?
Don't do it. If you get your blood on it, you'll turn into a vampire.
That's actually true, you know? It's a lifesaver.
Oh, donuts sound good right about now.
Oh, me too, me too.
A stationary bike for indoor training and also grinding coffee. A pleasure figurine.
Hey, look at that bust. Are his lips red?
Oh, that's my lipstick.
Well, let's be honest, she needs some practice, so she doesn't, let us say, forget how to kiss somebody. Somehow I knew. There's a dirty gay erotica laying under that rock. Persian rock is laid out. There's a clock off the side of her desk.
Iris, if you had the ability to stop time, what would you do?
Let me think. I want to catch a skyfish.
A dead clock. The battery died on that thing, so the hands have stopped. Boss's desk. There are stickers all over the front. She has a computer on her desk. The type that has a monitor built in. Iris is smiling happily. About the boss.
Boss, you visited me a lot when I was in the hospital, didn't you? You're softer than you look.
What do you mean by that? Do I not radiate an aura of gentleness and caring?
You literally called me a slave before.
But I didn't treat you like a slave. Other than sometimes making you clean my boots with your tongue.
You did, Date?
I'm pretty sure it did.
I absolutely did not.
He did. Boss is sitting on her desk. About Aiba.
Still thinking about her, huh?
No, not exactly.
No, doesn't surprise me. You two were great partners.
I want to ask you something. 3 months ago, when we exchanged our final words, I look like I do now. I wasn't in Date's body, but Aiba still obeyed me.
Second command confirmed. I understand.
You're underestimating the Wadjet system.
Huh?
Aiba was no ordinary AI. She was human in so many ways, including the ability to see and think beyond the physical. She didn't need your voice or iris authentication or anything like that. She knew the real you, and regarded you as her master. That's why she followed your command, despite looking completely different. I think, maybe, she knew your soul, Date.
Aw, that's a really nice way of thinking about it. A bookshelf. There's a ton of things stuffed in it. And yes, I did forget to click on it. How are you?
Why are you asking? You see me every day.
Are you gonna go to the club later?
Interested? But you're still a bit too young. I'll take you when you're older. Promise.
The club. About 6 years ago.
Boss, I gotta ask. Why didn't you tell me about what happened 6 years ago?
Well, when Shoko's corpse was found, I didn't think it had anything to do with the Cyclops killer. I thought the culprit was Rohan Kumakura, remember? And he committed suicide a year before. I never thought that he was swapping bodies. And the other person responsible for the original Cyclops serial killings was locked up in Fuchu, making it impossible for Saito or Rohan to be involved. So, I didn't tell you. Besides, the sync machine being used to swap bodies is a national secret. I was ordered to never reveal that information to anyone under any circumstances.
So that's why you kept me in the dark?
Yeah. By the way, Date, I have a gift for you.
A gift?
Close your eyes.
Ooh. Is it gonna be something dirty or is it actually another Aiba? This I was told, closing my eyes. When suddenly...
Don't worry, it's just some knockout gas.
What?
You're going to experience something incredible.
Okay.
That's my present to you.
Oh, what's she about to do to us?
Why?
Shh. Sweet dreams, Date.
Uh-oh.
This is the sink room. Pewter?
Okay, what did they do to us? I mean, me. I mean, Date. The door to the control room. It's the inspector I see everywhere. You are?
You're Kagami, right?
Yes! Yes, you remembered!
Of course, he's the only cop we've known a name for, so of course it's him. About my face.
I heard. Plastic surgery, right? Must have been a really bad wound to have to remake your whole face like that. But it looks like it worked at least.
The sink machine. A sinker's chair. The person here does the sinking. And the sink here. Yeah, not much to see here. Pewter is standing right there. Where's Iris?
Don't worry. She's with the boss. She's safe.
Did you sing with me?
I did not. But I did use the sink chair.
For what?
Something.
Something. Oh, come on. Wait. I think I know what they're getting at. Did they extract the IBA information from my head as like cloud data to remake IBA? Why are you here?
Am I not allowed to be here?
Of course not. You should have been arrested 3 months ago.
Pewter was working with Renju, or to be precise, Saito inside Renju. He was leaking confidential information to him. Pewter also helped Rohan inside the body of 89 escape. Pewter was immediately punished and fired from the force.
Yes, I was arrested. I'm eating awful meals every awful day in an equally awful detention facility.
Then how are you here?
I wonder.
Don't act dumb.
Date, it's okay! Boss brought him here.
She did. Why?
She told us not to tell you.
It's a secret.
Anyway, I'm sort of like his handler now. I'm supposed to be an inspector, but I was the only person qualified for this job. Kind of pathetic, isn't it?
So, Pewter, why am I here?
Everything that the boss did, she did for you. Ask her about it. She truly cares about you, you know. That's why she kept silent about what happened 6 years ago.
Huh?
You were once an assassin. If your secret ever got out, your life would be effectively over. But the boss protected you by hiding your past. I don't think she wanted you to leave her alone. Now, who is she to you? Anyway, now that this is done, I'll excuse myself.
Yeah, but what is this? What has been done?
Iris, what happened to Boss?
She went home. She said she needed to do something in Kabukicho.
She left?
Anyway, forget about that. Let's play!
Play?
Shovel Forge.
Shovel Forge.
No. Oh, we can't even talk to her. Alright, let's first see where we need to go. The Harbor Warehouse District. You know what? It does not feel like this is the ending. It feels like we're gonna need to do some other stuff as well. But for now, we've talked to everyone that Iris wanted to talk to, so what we're gonna do now, I have my suspicions. I'm thinking we're gonna get a new Aiba, but we need to go ahead in order to figure that one out, and I'm gonna do that next time. So if you want to experience that with me, come back with me as again on the next episode. But until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. Till next time. Bye bye.